Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. We are so excited that you are all here. I am thrilled to introduce you to one of my amazing colleagues and friends. She is an expert in safe, non-toxic beauty and cosmetics. And this is a question that I get asked all the time. Laura, there's so many toxins. How do we know which makeups are safe? Which ones should we use? So we bring in our beauty expert, Lisa Davis, to educate us and support us with all things safe, non-toxic beauty. And this is a really fun thing that she's doing for us. We're so grateful. A wake up and makeup quick fall look. And I am always so grateful that you're here, Lisa, and so grateful for your guidance and your wisdom. I want to welcome you in.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Laura. I'm so grateful for you and for all your support and for your willingness to help me amplify the message of safe beauty, which just goes hand in hand with oils, with doTERRA oils so beautifully. And I'm just so thrilled that you love it so much that you want to, help me share with others, because I think it's really critical that when you start your non-toxic journey, when you want to be toxin-free and you want to get rid of all the harmful chemicals in your life, it is so important to look at all the products we're using. And of course, when you're already in your journey with doTERRA, sometimes it's like that last piece of the puzzle to find that safe makeup. And that's what Crunchy provides. So they really do go hand in hand. I'm actually going to weave in a couple of oils this morning with my Crunchy makeup because I just really think that they go together perfectly. And I just want to, I think, should I just go ahead and get started and we'll have gals, hopefully join
Sure,
us.
we have several people jumping on Facebook right now. So yeah, that would be amazing. Kristen says,
Amazing.
good morning to everybody.
Yay, good morning, good morning. Actually, I'm going to open up the chat just so if anyone's chatting, if anyone's joining us on Zoom and chatting, we can answer that as well. And then if you don't mind monitoring the Facebook portion of it.
Absolutely. I'll let you know if anything pops up.
Amazing, yeah. And so as we go through, if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I am going to mention a couple oils, but that's Dr. Laura's wheelhouse. So I may let her dive in when I bring up the oil because, I don't want to speak out of turn. It's not my forte. I just know what I love and use. And really it's just, again, such a pleasure to be here this morning. And this is going to be my 10-minute routine. It's going to take a little bit longer because I tend to get chatty and kind of explain a little bit as I go along. I'm very much a non-toxic warrior. The way that I came to, really wanting to be on a non-toxic journey is I had several friends under age 40 diagnosed with breast cancer, and they lived healthy lives. They ate right, they exercised, they did all the right things. There was no family history. And I was like, how is this possible? And why is this happening to them? And honestly, how can I prevent this from happening to me? And what can I do to make changes? And that's really what got me started years ago. And also when my daughter was born, this was, almost 15 years ago, when she was born, her skin was so sensitive that we could not put anything on her skin at all. And I remember even, Dreft detergent that the pediatrician recommended we use broke her skin out terribly. She had terrible rashes. And her skin would just literally crack and bleed all winter. And the doctor's like, use Aquaphor, and that made it worse. And I'm like, there's got to be a reason why we should not be using these products, these ingredients. And that was also what got me started on my journey. And it's the one that I've been so grateful for. We've made tons of changes in our house. And just like Dr. Laura does, I love to educate primarily on, toxin-free beauty. And I think it's critical because it's something that we put on our face and sits on our face all day long. And, all of these teen girls, many of them are daughters, granddaughters, nieces, running around wearing toxic products on their face. And everyone I can educate to make a better choice just makes my heart so happy. So a couple of things before we get started. I want to kick things off with a little giveaway. So anyone who is watching today, anyone who comments during this live/Zoom tutorial will be entered to win a toxin-free translucent loose powder, retail value of $34. And I am in love with this powder. I use it, of course, to set my makeup. I also use it to absorb oil. So even if you really don't wear makeup, if you tend to have oily skin, this is amazing for absorbing oil throughout the day. So I highly recommend this for absorbing oil. I recommend it, of course, for setting makeup. It gives you a beautiful airbrushed glow. It's like that no makeup look. It's kind of magical. I also use it as a dry shampoo for those in between shampoo days. So this just has multi uses. It has one ingredient, pure silica, completely safe. I use other loose powders, translucent powders in the past that had upwards of 20 ingredients, including fragrance. Why? There's no reason for that, right? No reason. So this is magic. So that is what is being given away today. Very exciting. And
Oh, thank you for that. It's so fun.
yeah, I know. So hopefully we get lots of gals commenting and asking questions. And as we go through, please ask your questions about safe beauty. I'm happy to answer all questions. All questions are good questions, and I'm happy to respond to all of them. So please, as we go through, feel free to ask anything you want. And I like to do a little bit of sort of a ingredient education piece before diving in. And I have an infographic that I'm happy to send to anyone who wants it, or I can even post it on here. And it's called, the makeup of your makeup. And the reason why Crunchy was created is because in pretty much all the conventional makeup found today, no matter where you look, it's department stores, the drugstores, Sephora, Ulta online, pretty much all of this conventional makeup contains nasty endocrine disrupting ingredients such as ethoxylated compounds, BHA and BHT, polyethylene glycols or PEGs, retinol palmitate, carbon black, formaldehyde releasers found in up to 50% of products, synthetic colors and dyes like red lakes, grapefruit seed extract, which is actually a natural ingredient, but is very similar in chemical structure to known endocrine disruptors, which is one reason why Crunchy doesn't use it in its products. Loose powder titanium dioxide, parabens, which are huge classes of synthetics that preserve products, heavy metals, lead and others, like aluminum, phthalates, another class of synthetic preservatives that is very dangerous, synthetic fragrance, which is a huge no-no. Synthetic fragrance is an umbrella term in the industry that covers up dozens, if not hundreds, of harmful toxic chemicals. And this is found almost ubiquitously in many products on the market. Phenoxyethanol, which is synthetic preservative, and this one's hard to say, methyl isothiazanone. I did it. MI, in other words. And that is an incredibly ubiquitous, well-known allergen, and it is really to be avoided because it really causes a lot of damage and irritation to the skin over time. So this is, and talc. I would be remiss if I didn't mention talc is huge, you guys. There is a reason why Johnson & Johnson lost its lawsuit. When people came forward, customers came forward, and there's a huge link between cancer and talc exposure over the years. So it's just really important to know what's in the products you're using, and then you can make those informed, good choices. So again, these are just a handful of chemicals that are found in conventional makeup today, and even in a lot of brands that I like to call greenwashed. They sound safer. Maybe the makeup, the box has like a leaf on the label, maybe it's green, maybe it says natural and organic, and those are buzzwords in the industry today. Unfortunately, a lot of chemicals still found in those products are linked to cancer, endocrine disruption, reproductive toxicity, developmental toxicity, immunotoxicity, organ toxicity, neurotoxicity, and many other health concerns. And I don't say this information to scare or fearmonger. I share this because we all need to know this information. We're entitled to know this information so that we can make the safest, best choices for ourselves and for our families. And I just think it's critical that we have that piece of information in our hands. The crunchy difference. Before I dive in, I want to share a tiny bit about the crunchy difference. And this is, I think, what drew Dr. Laura to this makeup in the first place. When she discovered it, we started chatting, and she saw that, oh gosh, this aligns with, doTERRA, and this aligns with what I share about as well. I believe that Crunchy has set a new standard for cosmetic safety. We use a lot of different research studies. We use PubMed, Environmental Working Group, Campaign for Safe Cosmetics. Every single ingredient that's selected is selected for efficacy and performance and safety. Years and years of research go into every single ingredient selected. It's truly unbelievable. So that the line is high performing, safe, and completely toxin free. And we actually have badges that apply to our products. So I'm going to provide a link for Dr. Laura to share with you guys. You can go on the website if perhaps you want to look at the ingredients, you want to look at the products, want to look at the reason why the company is created, or even want to make a purchase. You can see all the badges that apply to our products. Our products are thoughtfully produced, consciously packaged, made with all certified organic ingredients. We also use a handful of safe synthetics, and we do this proudly because there are certain circumstances where the synthetic is actually safer to use than the natural ingredient, such as grapefruit seed extract. Those synthetics are carefully tested and vetted for years and years for safety and efficacy. So we have a mix of the very best ingredients possible. All the products are now vegan. They're all gluten-free, so important for my celiac clients. They are all non-GMO, they are all toxin-free, they're all Leaping Bunny certified cruelty-free, and all the makeup is made in the USA. How cool is that? So those are the badges that apply to our products, and you'll be able to see that on my website, which we will link below. And a couple other quick things. Guys, drink your water. This is one of the best tips. I know Dr. Laura talks about water all the time. We know all the amazing oils that we can put in our water. Absolutely. We know all the amazing oils we can put in our water to make it more palatable, drink it throughout the day. I know, big tip. I'm going to take this week too. It's critical for the health and wellness and beauty and glowing of your skin to make sure that you're getting enough water. And I drink half my body weight, plus I take in as many fruits and vegetables as I can.
Yeah, so good. And I love that you said that, Lisa, because I have celiac. And then when I started realizing, oh, there's gluten in our makeup, like, are you serious? And I was blown away that Crunchy has all #1 ratings on the environmental working groups list. That blew my mind. And then I was like, okay, this is super pure, super clean. Something I can get behind.
Absolutely. And you know, and that was one of the main priorities for Crunchy was the founders wanted it to be gluten-free because when you're celiac, even when you're gluten sensitive, like a crumb of gluten in food can set you back for months. And it is critical that you have to keep your diet completely clean. And you know, you're always thinking, well, what am I eating? What am I eating? What am I taking in? But you're not thinking, what am I putting on my skin? And we absorb, our bodies absorb, our skin absorb up to 50% of the products that we put on it. And our scalp, armpits, and groin absorb up to 100%, as well as the skin of our lips and eyelids, which is the thinnest on the body, absorbs up to 100%. So it is critical that the ingredients you're putting, the products you're putting on your skin that are being absorbed are also gluten-free. And frankly, for purposes of staying toxin-free, you want to put toxin-free products on your skin because those products and ingredients are being absorbed. Once they're absorbed, they're brought into your bloodstream, and eventually they can bioaccumulate in your organs. The average woman is exposed to, drawing a blank, I want to say 100, and I will fact check this, but I believe it's around 130, 140, 126 unique chemicals every single day from the products they use. Okay, so some of them are perfectly safe like water, and some of them are absolutely not safe, like these synthetic fragrance and parabens that we were discussing. So it is really, really critical to be aware of the products we're putting on their skin and how much they're absorbed, and that you're not just going to be exposed to something one time and develop a disorder. What happens is it bioaccumulates in your body, and long-term exposure over days and months and years can lead to things like endocrine disruption and even potentially causing cancer. So that's why we want to make that conscious switch. And it's never too late to switch over. It's never too late. So one last quick thing that I promise we're diving in. I think that, you know, now in this time where we are in the middle of a pandemic, and maybe we're not going out as much as we usually do, and, you know, maybe we're wearing masks, maybe we're home more, but a lot of us are on Zoom, and a lot of us still want to feel good and look good. And I think it's powerful to get up and start your day and put your makeup on, wake up and make up. I think it's really powerful to do that. It really sets the tone for your day. It really just kind of gets you started on the right foot. It puts you in that right frame of mind to get up and do things and start your day and get things done. And I know that when I've got a face on, when I put my makeup on, I feel like I can conquer the world. There's even just something about a powerful lipstick or just a little swipe of mascara. It just gives you that confidence boost. And I think it actually extends to how, you know, your scent. So one of my favorite things is Beautiful. This is my typical like light morning fragrance. And I put this on right along with my makeup, and it just kind of gives me that boost for the day. And I just, again, I feel beautiful inside and out. So that's kind of like one of my other quick tips for just feeling and looking beautiful. And even if you're just home for the day, even if it's just you, there's something powerful about putting your makeup on. And you don't have to do the full routine. It can just be a few steps, but it really is remarkable how it can change your outlook and your mindset. So diving in, I've already done my moisturizer, toner moisturizer. You guys, this is the most important thing that you can do. This is our sunlight sunscreen. I absolutely love this. At SPF 30, you do not need more than that. This is truly, it's super concentrated. One tiny pump covers your whole face. I break it down with my fingers and I just apply it. A lot of us now are trying to get out during the day. We're going for walks. If you have a dog, you're walking that dog. So important to protect yourself from too much sun exposure. You're supposed to get 20 minutes a day unprotected. And then the rest of the time you need, because you do need that vitamin D, but then the rest of the time you need to protect your skin. So it's so important. And you can see that was like a half a pump. And I broke it down with my fingers, and you can see that it blended in beautifully, no ghost, no grease. So again, SPF 30 in the sunscreen. It's beautiful, blendable. For me, it is the best non-toxic sunscreen I found. Non-nanoparticle titanium dioxide, which is critical. It is a physical sunscreen. So forms a barrier. It is not a chemical sunscreen. You want to avoid a chemical sunscreen. It contains octinoxate, homosalate, other harmful ingredients that you want to avoid. Those can drill into organs, bioaccumulate, and they are known toxins. All right. Next up is, well, I always say this is my favorite product. No, this is my favorite product, but you know, they all are. I know it's hard. I know Dr. Laura has many favorite oils. It's, you know, you don't want to pick one
It's
because
hard.
the others will be jealous, right? So this is our beautiful Smart Primer. And I know Dr. Laura was, when she first discovered primer, she's like, what is this magic? And I absolutely love it. So I use about maybe a pump and a half of our beautiful Smart Primer. And what it is, it's like spackle for your face. But I also, because it just fills in fine lines, pores, textures, wrinkles, and it just provides that smooth canvas for your foundation to go on perfectly, and also for it to hold your foundation in place. So it serves dual purposes. It also helps control oil and shine and hydrates your skin. It's like skin food, skin nutrition. It's done wonders for my rosacea. I can't say enough good things about it. It probably really is my favorite product in the whole line. You can mix it with our foundation to make a beautiful light BB cream or tinted moisturizer. So it's very, very flexible, convertible. You can layer more for full coverage. I like a light coverage. Somebody just use like one pump of the foundation when we get to that, but you can even mix the two. So many things with this primer. And what I actually love to do is I'm going to take the primer and I'm going to mix it with some Yarrow Pom. And maybe if Dr. Laura wants to share a teeny bit about Yarrow Pom, I do just a drop of Yarrow Pom.
Yes, I love yarrow palm. So it's very bright blue. That means it has a lot of a chemical constituent called chemazoline, very high in antioxidants, very nourishing to the skins. But we joke and we call it the Benjamin Button oil because it actually helps your skin produce collagen, and it's amazing for anti-aging and wrinkles. I even love it for skin, even on the hands if you have dry skin in the winter time. But it's amazing, helps to give you that glow, and it bonds perfectly with the primer. And I will just say, you can't add essential oils to most makeups because they're toxic, and essential oils are going to pull those things into the skin. So I love that Crunchy is an option, that they work synergistically together because they're both pure.
100%. Could not have said that better. So this is kind of like my powerhouse couple, and forgive me, my nails are, well, yes, I need to redo my nails with my 10 free polish. But this is my powerhouse like cellular activation duo, and I love them together, and I'm a little bit obsessed. And recently I bought the big bottle of Yarrow Pom, and I just, you know, keep refilling my beautiful amber glass bottle. So now my skin is hydrated and smooth, prepped and ready. We're gonna dive in with our beautiful wake up and makeup look. And this is, again, one of my favorites for the tired mama, or just for those of us who are not getting enough sleep. If you want to cheat your 8 hours, you need this. It is our beautiful primer and concealer. Absolutely love it. It's got vitamin E in the formulation to really help ward off dark circles. And most fair-skinned women are going to be probably the L20 shade. That's the shade that I would put you in if you're fair-skinned. We do have 6 gorgeous shades. We span the range from the lightest paper white to a beautiful deep ebony. So we have a shade for everyone. And we have intelligent pigments in our 10 foundation shades. So each shade will cover a wide range of shade tones, and they're all neutral undertones, which is also amazing. So I love that Crunchy is for every woman, every skin tone, every age. We have a shade for you. We have a product for you. So I'm going to take our beautiful number 6 concealer brush, and I'm just going to go in, and I just really just go for the areas that need coverage. So this is going to be for my dark circles, my dark circles, because you guys, I do not get the 8 hours. I don't. I try. I don't. Dr. Laura and I have worked on this together. I'm actually much better now. I take my adaptive at night, and I love adaptive at night. I'm actually diffusing right now. I don't know if you guys can see the steam. I'm diffusing right now, Breathe and On Guard, because I'm feeling some seasonal threats heading my way.
Well said, Lisa. Well said.
I'm, I've been a little scared of the seasonal threats. So I am diffusing as we speak, On Guard and Breathe, and I absolutely love the combination of scents. So I'm going to take, guys, two of your best tools are your ring fingers. They're the gentlest fingers that you have. So you can have a gentle touch on your face, and you can see how it's totally covering up my little bit of redness. I've had rosacea for most of my adult life, and I've had to be at a certain point, I've had to be on 3 different pills plus topical meds. I'm sorry, 3 different topical meds plus oral antibiotics plus a sulfur wash for my rosacea. As you can see now, my rosacea is almost non-existent, and I'm off of all of my medications, and all I do is my crunchy and a little bit of oils, and my skin is in the best shape of its life. Um, so I have to say that it's been magical for me to be able to set aside those medications, which really didn't help much anyway. I used to have terrible cystic acne, rosacea acne. I used to have breakouts all over my T-zone. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful change. So that's the concealer. Next up, we have our beautiful award-winning foundation. You guys, I love, love, love this foundation. This is the foundation for women who hate foundation, for who hate the feel, look, and smell of it. This feels, looks, and smells like nothing. It's delightful. It's got a beautiful, very light vanilla scent from vanilla planifolia extract. It's actually an award-winning foundation, and again, intelligent pigments to really color match perfectly. You can mix it with the primer for a beautiful light BB cream or tinted moisturizer effect. So flexible, so convertible. Absolutely love it. I'm actually going to mix foundation 2 and 2.5. I'm kind of in between, as we are in between seasons right now. So what I do is I take a little bit of, one shade, and then I take a little bit of the other shade, and you need literally maybe a half pump or 3/4 of a pump. You don't need a lot of this product. It's just, it really covers beautifully, but I love that it just allows my skin to show through. And this foundation is breathable. It will not clog your pores, and it will not feel disgusting like so many other foundations too. It does not feel oily. It's not going to dry out your skin. It's just right. And it's amazing, and it smells wonderful. So I just mix it together and I just dab it on. Most women just need 1 shade. They don't need 2. I just happen to be between shades right now. So I mix 2 to get my custom color fit. Then I take this little magical thing here called the flat top foundation brush. And if you've never used a brush before to apply your makeup, oh my goodness, this brush is heaven. And this gives you a beautiful airbrushed finish. It just makes applying your makeup so easy, your foundation. And even if you're mixing together the primer and foundation, you could still go ahead and apply it with this beautiful brush. Not all brushes are created equal, I will tell you that. This is really a critical point. Women will be like, oh, well, I have my own, flat top brush or foundation brush. I'm like, okay, but you need to try Crunchies because it really is superior. All the brushes are designed by our makeup artists on staff. They have a beautiful weight and heft to them. They're metal. They're not natural bristles, because natural bristles are not cruelty-free. They actually kill the animal to get the hair for the brushes. These are BPA-free, quadruple sealed, extruded, again, BPA-free plastic. They are incredible. They are designed to not absorb product. So if you're using brushes with natural hair bristles, they're absorbing all your product, and it's costing you a lot of money. These are designed to not absorb product, to transfer the product from the bottle to your face. So you can see beautiful, simple, pretty coverage, but still my skin is showing through. This is about 3/4 of a pump of foundation, and it feels like nothing on my skin. So that is our beautiful flawless foundation. Again, you can mix it with the primer, which a lot of my clients do. Next up is, as I mentioned, what I'm giving away for free. And if there are any, I don't know if there have been any questions or any comments, but for sure, please feel free to ask questions as we go. This is our beautiful transition
comments. We did get one question about, Sarah asked, where can I look at and buy these products for the makeup? And I let her know that we'd be posting a link above the video.
Absolutely. No, great question, Sarah. And I'm also here to answer your questions. At this point, Dr. Laura can as well. She's been using and a big fan of the products for a long time, and I'm so grateful for all of her referrals, beyond grateful for how many gals she's referred to me who have switched to toxin-free makeup. So this is a beautiful translucent loose powder, which sets the makeup for 8 to 10 hours, really forever, all day. Gives you a beautiful airbrushed glow and controls oil and shine. Critical for those of us who get a little oily in our T-zone. Tap a little in the cap. That's actually way too much, if you can see that. And I should say that for these products, a little goes such a long way. You're investing in these products just like you invest in your oils. A tiny bit goes a very long way, and I think it's really important to mention that because it is a bit of an investment, but what you're paying for is the quality. They last an incredibly long time, and the ingredients are so high quality and so carefully sourced. And that's really, what you're investing in. And we only have that's it. We only have one set of skin. We don't get a do-over with our skin. So we want to make sure that we are treating it really, really well and investing in our skin. Take your number 2 loose powder brush, which is magnificent. So soft, so fluffy, so beautiful. You're going to swirl around the powder, tap off the excess, and I go in and I just tap. And I'm just setting my makeup with the loose powder. And it, like I said, takes away oil and shine and sets it for 8 to 10 hours. It's really amazing and gives a beautiful airbrushed glow. That's it. So that's a beautiful loose powder. And again, this package is compostable. Crunchy has been trying really hard to get away from using all plastic. So our products are either packaged in glass or they're packaged in compostable material. Or they are paperboard, which you're about to see. So speaking of paperboard, this is our beautiful new bronzer, which I absolutely love. And this is in C50. So this is meant more for contouring. And we have a W100 palette color meant more for bronzing, but either one can be used for bronzing. So this is our C50, which is more of our cool tone. And we also have the W100 for warm. I'm going to grab our number 3 bronzer brush, which really is, I cannot overstate enough, and I know Dr. Laura shares this idea as well, that the right tools are essential. These brushes are really designed to pair perfectly with these products. So now that I've set my makeup, I'm going to add some warmth and dimension and 3 dimensions to my face with the bronzer and with the number 3 bronzer brush. I'm going to pick up some of the bronzer, tap off the excess, and I'm going to go into the shape of a 3. These products are highly pigmented with EcoCert certified minerals to pigment, so a little goes a long way. If you have a heavy hand, go lightly because a little goes a long way. This is gonna look at this, palette the size of my head. It's gonna go a very long way. So I'm gonna go in shape of a 3. So forehead leading into the hairline.
We got a couple questions coming in, Lisa.
Awesome.
Does the foundation provide full coverage? Will it cover spots, aka freckles?
Mm-hmm. Great question. Yes. So I did a very, very tiny amount of foundation. You can do 1 pump, 2 pumps for full coverage. Absolutely covers everything. As for freckles, I don't love to cover freckles. I love to let those freckles shine. So I will match the undertone of a client's skin, and then it allows the freckles to kind of blend better with the skin tone. But I don't believe in really covering up the freckles completely. I just think that's such a beautiful part of your skin. But I will help clients do that if they want to. But typically what I do is I match the undertone and then kind of let the freckles just sort of, beautifully be part of that client's skin. I hope that answers the question.
It answers. There's a cool comment by Josie. She says that she loves her crunchy. She has tried other quote unquote clean brands, but they don't compare and they make her break out, and not with crunchy.
Yeah. And
I got another. Oh, sorry, Lisa. We have one more question. Do you ship to Canada? And what would you recommend for people who just want the basics? Is there a starter pack?
Great question. So we, unfortunately right now, we do not ship to Canada. That is the very first, and you guys can see shape of a 3 with the bronze. You can see how that's contouring and adding warmth to my face. Currently we do not ship to Canada. That is the first place that we are planning on expanding to, and that is absolutely in the works. If you want to get connected with me, I will put you on my Canada list because I know that it is in our near future plans we have to create a whole fulfillment center and corporate staff facilities warehouse in Canada before we can actually ship there, so that we can provide things like exchanges, customer service, things like that. But it is in Crunchy's future. So like I said, I have a Canada wait list, so just reach out to me. through Messenger. Dr. Laura can even connect us. I'll be happy to, to share that with you. And in terms of getting started, if you're like kind of like a basic makeup gal, most days I'm not doing a huge routine. I'm doing a 5 or 10 minute base. What I always suggest starting with, these are my really top 3 basics. I think this gives you that beautiful evened out complexion, that base face. So foundation, flawless foundation, smart primer, and the flat top foundation brush. These 3 products I believe are the best start. And then you can always add in a few others. You can add in the concealer, which is amazing for covering up dark spots and hyperpigmentation. You can always add in the loose powder to set. You can always add in the bronzer, lip gloss, mascara, whatever else you might want to pull in for that basic face. But I always recommend, I call it the trifecta. Foundation, primer, and flat top foundation brush. So those are the 3. For someone who's into like really the no makeup, maybe 1 minute out the door, go for a mascara and a lip gloss. That'll kind of give you that quick polish and kind of get you out the door. So next up, after a beautiful bronzer, and you can also use this as an eyeshadow. I've used this as a really quick, breezy eyeshadow, and it's a fantastic look. So right now we don't have blush. The company is currently working on reformulating our blushes to be even more amazing. And we love to include ingredients in our products, like our bronzer and our blush contains argan oil to really make the product even better for your skin. So there's always 1 or 2 ingredients in our products that really stand out, like the foundation and primer contain tremella mushroom, which is well known for its lightening and brightening properties. And so when someone says, well, what should I do about dark spots and hyperpigmentation? I'm like, our foundation and primer have that built right in. Our makeup is also like skincare. It has skincare components to it, which I think is amazing. And frankly, all makeup should have that, and most doesn't. So I'm going to take one of our beautiful...
question for you.
Okay.
I've tried a few different mineral-based cosmetics and find that they turn my face orange. Will this happen with Crunchy?
Nope. Nope. Great question. We will get you perfectly color matched. The makeup will not oxidize on your skin. It will stay its true shade, and we'll get you perfectly color matched to make sure that your skin tone perfectly matches with the foundation shade, and it will not oxidize on your skin, which is why it's probably turned orange in the past. Yeah. Yep. Great question. So while we do not have blush yet, we do have beautiful new lipstick shades, and this one is Plum Kiss, and I'm going to go ahead and brighten up my cheekbones with some Plum Kiss lipstick, and I'm very excited about this because we waited a long time for lipsticks to launch in Crunchyland. This is a big, big deal. Their ingredients in this lipstick, elderberry. We have elderberry extract in our lipsticks. Guys, that's big. That's really big. So you just want to blend it on like this. And you can just use your fingers just to blend it in, just to give a really pretty glow. That's it. Don't have to be too precise. You don't want to go too low with it, but you can even bring it like right up onto your temples a little bit. Just like that. And this is Plum Kiss, which is beautiful on the lips and beautiful on the cheeks. And I love a cream blush, especially for fall and winter, because right now our skin is a little bit dry. We've got that change in season craziness happening. I'm sure it's being reflected in your skin, hence drinking the water is even more key. I'm like hydrating like it's my side hustle. Yep, totally. So I love that this gives you a beautiful glow in addition to giving you, so guys, really consider lipstick as your cream blush right now. Look how pretty that is.
I love that.
Yeah, so nice, so easy, easy breezy. And that is our Plum Kiss lipstick. I'm going to highlight one of our lipstick before we're done. But I absolutely love it. And your makeup should have ingredients like elderberry in it and argan oil. That's my thought. So we're going to go in. We've got our base face done. Now we're going to do eyes and lips, and then we're complete. And we have two beautiful eyeliners, highliner eyeliners. We waited 4 years for these liners because Crunchy was not willing to compromise on ingredients. There is some nasty, nasty ingredients found in conventional eye makeup, such as, shadows, mascara liners. We're talking like carbon black, coal tar, a lot of heavy metals, like really some nasty, nasty stuff in those conventional products. And what I love is that there's none of that. So we do third-party heavy metal testing in Crunchy. I really don't know of any other makeup companies that do that, but we do third-party heavy metal testing for Crunchy. And out of all the products we've tested, they've come back with almost undetectable levels of lead and other heavy metals. That's mind-blowing that the company is taking the great pains to do that and to publicly share not only that they're coming back with undetectable, almost undetectable levels, but they're literally sharing the levels that are coming back. So we are an open book when it comes to what's in our products. Not even just the ingredients, but if you look at ingredient line, I'm sorry, I'm nerding out right now, but if you look at ingredients from other companies' product lines, it's not going to say lead and heavy metals on there. It's going to say may contain. It 100% contains, and it contains a high amount, but it's not going to say that on the label. So you think that you're using something fine, but you're not. And it's kind of scary. So, you know, full disclosure means what Crunchy's doing right now. So this is our liner in black. We have black and espresso, and one side is a fabulous smudging tool, and the other side is, of course, the liner part. And I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes. I got to bring the mirror a little bit closer because, yeah, because I need to see what I'm doing. And what I like to do is, actually, I'm a little bit out of order. Hang on one second. You guys, I lied. This is for my brows. It's espresso liner for my brows. So we're going to grab our number 10 precision brush. So one side is the brush for your brows. The other side is actually when you're like filling in your brows. And this is also great for carving out your lip line with concealer. So it's a multi-use brush, which I love. I'm going to take the brush side. I'm going to groom my brows into place. Right? And I'm going to take our espresso liner and I'm going to use it to fill in my brows. And I always have that moment of panic, like, am I grabbing the right shade? Is this the black? I don't want black brows. But I didn't. I grabbed the espresso. I had a moment there. I was like, what color? Amazing. So I fill it in. Takes about 10 seconds. Okay. And then you can see before, after. Nice, groomed, filled in, really pretty. Same thing other side. I'm going to just quickly brush into place. And again, no heavy metals, no harmful chemicals, no carbon black, no coal tar, no synthetic fragrance. And there's so many greenwashed brands out there. It's so important that you know what you're putting on your skin. And I just follow the natural arch of my brow. I do not overthink this. You just want to go ahead and fill it in. And I love how that looks. It's just, I think it's so important to have a strong groomed brow, and you do not have to, you know, you don't have to be like quite so dramatic with it, but I love how it looks. So now we're going to do eyeshadow. And I have a beautiful shadow palette that just came back in stock. And you guys, this palette is for every eye color and everyone. There's a shade here for everyone. And it's funny because like I fell victim to buying all those, you know, palettes with like 30 eyeshadow shades in the past. You know how many of those you're going to use? One or two. And the rest are just going to sit there because they're like colors that you're just not going to use. They are not colors found in nature and you're not going to use them. These you will use and love. So let me show you my quick look. I'm just going to grab a couple of shades from this palette. So I'm going to take our number 7 shadow brush, and I'm going to take one of my favorite shades, which is our Faded Mauve. And I'm going to pick up the Faded Mauve and smooth out my lids. And I did not mention, but the concealer is also a beautiful eye primer. So it's a 2-in-1 product. And I love how a lot of our products are 2-in-1. Kind of like the oils where you can use each oil like 10 different ways. You can use our products in a lot of different ways, which I love. I don't think you need 200 products in a line. I think less is more, guys. You know, let's simplify our lives. And if one product can do 2 or 3 things, that's awesome. So you can stop right there. You don't need to do more than just one shadow, but we're going to do a little bit of contouring, of course. So I'm going to grab our number 8. This is our dense blender brush. I'm going to pick up some of the Bordeaux. The shade right here, the darkest shade is Bordeaux. And it's a very wearable shade. And I'm going to just apply that like slightly above the crease. And we're doing a little bit of contour. And again, EcoCert certified minerals to pigment these shades. No heavy metals, no harmful chemicals. I know so many women who are like, I haven't been able to wear any eye makeup because my eyes tear and puff up, and it's really bad. Like, it's not good. It's really bad. So I'm just kind of like tapping it on in kind of like the shape of a 7 or a V. And don't worry, because the secret is in the blending, and I will be blending a lot. It looks silly until it's done, and then the look comes together. So I take our number 9 magical fluffy blender brush, which this brush has so many uses. And the secret is to blend. And I don't even have to be like that precise with my shadow because I know that I'm going to blend. And you want to start with less and then add more with shadow, because if you start with too much, it's really, really hard to like remove it. But if you start with less, it's easy to add more. So you can see how easy and simple that is, the very, very simple smoky eye. Next step is I'm going to take this shade, which is Golden Luster, and I'm going to pick it up with my ring finger. Again, you want to use your ring finger, it's your gentlest finger, and apply it to the inner corner. To lighten and brighten that inner corner of your eye. And then I'm going to once again take my number 9 fluffy blender and blend. Just blend it out along the eye. And again, the secret to makeup is to blend. There really are no right or wrongs. There's a couple of things that you want to try to avoid, but there are no right or wrongs. It's just what you like, what looks good for you. Do we have any questions at all at this point, Dr. Laura? Are we?
No questions yet, but Sherry says that she has this and she loves the universal palette. It's really beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I really feel like these colors are so wonderful. They really are for everyone. And Crunchy, actually the entire Crunchy line is designed to look good on every single skin tone. So whether you're paper white or ebony, the colors are designed to look amazing on your skin, which I love. And I think that's how it should be. So we're going to take that last shade, the Awaken, and we're going to use it as highlighter around the eye area. So I'm going to grab once again the number 7 brush. And again, these brushes are just designed to make applying the makeup so easy. So I'm going to go in and carve out just underneath. Now this is going to give you kind of a little faux brow lift. Hopefully you can see that. So underneath it just counteracts your brows, and it gives you like that beautiful brow lift. And I'm going to do right in the inner corner as well, just to lighten and brighten the area. And that's it for our palette using all 4 shades. You do not have to use all 4 shades, but I like to. Now we're going to grab our black highliner liner. And I like to go easy with the liner. I do not like to use too much. I have very heavy lidded hooded eyes. So I try and line as close to the lash line as possible. If you have more eye area, more eye space to work with, you can absolutely use the smudging tool. You can smudge the line. You can do a thicker liner. I try and make it as thin as possible. The really cool thing about this is it is self-sharpening. Okay, so and it twists up and down. And to sharpen it, you just kind of like roll it along like a paper towel, and you will get more of a point with the liner. So it's just really cool. I know someone always has the question of like how long the products last. So the shelf life of the makeup is a year, which is amazing for completely toxin-free makeup. And the shelf life of the moisturizers is 6 months. What you should be switching out every 3 months is things like mascara and liners, because they can harbor bacteria. And we're going to get to mascara in a second, but you want to really switch those out every 3 months. Otherwise, you're going to have buildup of dirt and bacteria in the product or on the product, and you just don't want to risk anything when it comes to working with and around your eye area. We want to stay as clean and sanitary as possible. Okay? So for a liner, I pull the lid a little bit, and I do short strokes using like the side or the flat of the liner. And I like to work like right along the lash line. And by the way, I am not a makeup artist. Like, not by any stretch. I love it. I've worn it a long time, but I'm not a makeup artist. So this eye is going to come out great. This eye is going to be not so great. And that's okay. It's really all about just wearing it and loving it and knowing that it's safe and clean and beautiful. And I feel beautiful when I put it on. So then this eye, same thing. I don't do too much to my lower eye. I like to just kind of leave that alone. You can totally line it if you want. I don't do too much to it. All right, so that's that. And again, you can line the lower like lash line, but I typically don't. Next up is mascara, our beautiful crunchy mascara. And I love Dr. Laura's tip of adding, you can do a drop of lavender, or you can do a drop of rosemary to help preserve it, and I think that's a fabulous tip. So with our crunchy mascara, every 3 months you want to grab yourself a new tube, because again, just the way that all mascaras are designed, you're introducing dirt and impurities and bacteria into the tube whenever you take the wand out and put it back in. So because you're using on your lashes, putting it back in. So you just want to swap it out every 3 months. So the protocol is, oh, and we do have a lash curler, which guys, I love the lash curler for other people. I've never really mastered it. I'm going to one of these days, but the lash curler is awesome. If you have straight lashes, it's amazing for curling them. My lashes curl. I have very curly hair, actually, as Dr. Laura knows. So I straightened it though a couple days ago. But the lash curler is amazing if you have straight lashes and you want to curl them. But I'm going to show you a technique for curling your lashes just using the mascara. So swirl it around in the tube, take it out, wipe off the tip, go in at the base, and wiggle. And what I like to do is I like to hold it at the base and then bring it up. And try not to get it on your lid, which I just did. And I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do several quick coats. And you're gonna see the difference before and after. I actually need a new tube. This one is about 3 months old, so it is time for a new tube, I can tell. It is, we are at that point. We're at that stage. And you can see how it builds up. So again, no coal tar, no carbon black. This will not irritate your eyes. It will not flake or smudge. It is wonderful. I absolutely love this mascara. And yes, I am in need of a new tube. So if you press in at the base for a moment, it kind of like will kind of help lift the lashes up. And I've also found that like a layer of powder over the eye area like we applied before, really helps keep the mascara in place. And you want to make sure that like any oils you use that your lashes are dry, because oils will, like oil buildup and residue will cause the mascara to flake. It will do that for all mascaras. Will
I
cause
got a
them.
question for you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Is it waterproof or smudge proof?
Great question. It is water resistant and smudge proof. It's definitely not, it's smudge proof, but it's not waterproof. To make a waterproof mascara, you would have to introduce toxins into the formulation. And Crunchy's like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. It is extremely, you guys, you can see, like, hopefully you can see the difference, but it is very smudge proof. It is very water resistant. I have chopped onions wearing my Crunchy and cried buckets. And at the end of it, my mascara was intact and I was amazed. So guys, hopefully that you can see that. The only mascara smudging I'm getting is my lashes are so long now, they're hitting my lids, which is, that's a good problem to have, you guys. That's an easy fix. So now we're gonna go in with our last, so this, I really love this product. You guys, this is really, it's so good. I can't say enough good things about it. And I have gals that just order this every 3 months like clockwork, and maybe it's just one of the few products they use, but it frames your eyes and it just works so well, and everyone's so happy with it. But
It's my
again,
favorite.
oh yay, it's so good. But again, I really love a light dusting of loose powder over everything beforehand, because then that just soaks up the oils and the residue, and it dries your lashes, and it allows the mascara to just then set perfectly on them. So last couple steps are, of course, another one of our beautiful new lipsticks, and our lipsticks are packaged in cardboard. I love that satisfying pop when you take the top off the lipstick. So packaged in cardboard. This is my new favorite. This is Acai, new favorite lipstick color. And it's almost like, it's like a really heavily tinted lip balm. It is so hydrating, moisturizing. Again, elderberry, plus other incredible ingredients right in this formulation. So I'm going to make more of a lip stain, which to me is like a total fall look. All right, so this is to make a true lip stain, you would so apply this. and then you'd blot, maybe with a little bit of, paper towel or toilet paper, washcloth, and then you apply a second coat and blot again, and that gives you like a really, really serious, intense lip stain. So this to me is a beautiful color. And then I'm actually gonna top it off with a little bit of our incredible lip gloss. And I know Dr. Laura loves this lip gloss. Conventional lip glosses and lipsticks are colored with pigments that are, what do you call it? They are contaminated with heavy metals from the earth. Crunchy lip gloss and lipsticks are, of course, pigmented with EcoCert certified mineral pigments. EcoCert certified means it's like the highest standard of purity and safety standard that you can find for mineral pigments. So literally the highest standards like on the earth. They meet and exceed European Union standards. And I should go back and mention that we have a banished list of over 1,300 harmful toxic chemicals called the banished list that we will never allow in crunchy products. And in conventional lipsticks, you're going to find lead, you're going to find carmine, which pigments the products, and that's crushed up beetle shells. Ew, ew. We do not want crushed up beetle shells pigmenting our lips. We want EcoCert certified beautiful mineral pigments that are not contaminated with heavy metals and lakes. No, no, no. So I'm going to use my favorite, which is Date Night. I'm going to top our beautiful acai lip stain with Date Night gloss.
We have a comment here from Robin. Most lipsticks cause my lips to peel. I don't truly know why. Does this have anything in it that might cause that?
Okay, so it's all about the ingredients, and I guarantee that there's some ingredient in your lipstick or lip gloss, probably formaldehyde or a formaldehyde releaser. Something in there is truly irritating your lips. It's maybe a serious allergen. Women can be allergic to almost anything, but most women who have serious allergies or who need to be gluten-free or gluten-sensitive, things like that, they do very, very well with their products. So chances are very good that you'll be able to use these products with no issue. I had serious sensitivities. I remember like my face would like completely blow up all the time from using like skincare or makeup, and I had no idea what it was. And I've switched to Crunchy and I've been so happy. And I have so many clients also who switched to Crunchy and they're able to use it. And they reach out to me and they're like so happy. They're like, I can wear eye makeup again. I can wear lipstick again. Like it's a wonderful thing. So reach out to me. We'll get connected and we'll get you started with Crunchy. I think you'll be very happy with it. You'll be very glad that you can. I have so many people who were not able to wear makeup for a long time and now can wear it again and are thrilled to be able to. And one last quick tip. I like to do a drop of peppermint in my lip gloss because it helps to plump up my lips. And I love the effect. And of course, it smells and feels amazing. So little quick tip, and I learned that from Dr. Laura. Of course, a little drop of peppermint in your lip gloss to put some
I
peppermint.
love that, Lisa. I do spearmint too sometimes
Ooh.
if you want to mix it up. And I was just going to give a shout out to, this is Sangria. This is one of my favorites. This is what I'm wearing today. I get so many compliments about this. And when I first got it, I usually stick with the neutrals, and this was kind of out there for me, but it's really fun. And just to tell Robin, I didn't have peeling with other lip glosses, but I noticed a huge difference just in quality and how it felt on my skin and my lips. This goes on like butter. It's so good.
Absolutely. No, great point. Not sticky, not goopy, not tacky, not disgusting. It's soft, it's smooth, it's glossy, but not too glossy. And what I love about it is it's long lasting. It's not going to be one of those toxic ones that last 12 hours. No, we can't promise that. But this will last like all morning or all afternoon. If you're eating or if you're drinking a lot, it's going to wear off. You're probably going to need to reapply. But it is really wonderful. And I actually find that for the most part, I don't even need to wear lip balm when I'm using the lip gloss and the lipstick even, because they are so hydrating, moisturizing, as long as I'm drinking enough water. That's really the key. But truly, they are magnificent. They're like, I call them the gateway product, the lip gloss and mascara, because they do make a huge, huge difference. And they're such a cut above, even the conventional brands. People try it and they're like, what? Like, how is this possible? That this is completely toxin free. And one other quick thing, the lip gloss is the last product in our line that was vegetarian. We were a mix of vegetarian products and vegan products. And the line is now switching over to be fully vegan. And so the lip gloss was the last holdout. And as we phase out of the original formulation of lip gloss as vegetarian, that will be vegan too. So now we're 100% vegan line, which I'm really, really excited about for all of our vegan clients. Yeah. and less impact on the earth.
Yes, someone said cinnamon will cause them to plump too. Well, that's nice. If you like those cinnamon Altoids, you could add a drop of that for
I
fall.
might need to do a drop of cinnamon oil in my next lip gloss. I love that. I love that idea. For sure. Yeah, so if there are any last questions, please let us know. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm so glad that you guys could tune in today and kind of watch this fall wake up and makeup. And Dr. Laura, thank you so much for having me on. I will post a couple of links. I will post, a link to the website. You guys can go and check out all the products. You can reach out to me, ask me questions. If it's okay with Dr. Laura, I will also post my beauty and wellness community so gals can hop in there. I do lots of great education. I do some tutorials, some fun stuff, some giveaways. I love to educate above and all, most above and all, because I think it's just important to know, to have that confidence to be able to put your makeup on and feel good about it, and to have that confidence that what you're using on your skin is really, really good for you. So again, Dr. Laura, thank you so much, and thank you all for tuning in.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's my pleasure. So grateful to have you here. This is part of this health and wellness lifestyle, right? And I look at this, our non-toxic makeup, our supplements, our essential oils, all of that is part of investing in your health and in your wellness. And exactly what you said, making simple swaps, making simple swaps, swapping out your lip gloss, swapping out your mascara. These things last for a really, really long time. And what you're putting on your skin, on your body matters. So I feel like this is just as important, and reducing the toxic load, reducing the endocrine disruptors, just as important as drinking enough water, your nutrition, your sleep, your movement, all of those things that we really, really value with our health and wellness. And we'll get those links for you. I will pop them above the video so that you have them. And please reach out to Lisa. And she does just like what I do for doTERRA essential oils with education support. Lisa is that person. She taught me what primer is. She taught me how to put makeup on, because that was not my swim lane. And I love that we have her as a resource and a guide with that. So thank you for sharing your time with us, Lisa. We're always so grateful.
Thank you so much, Dr. Laura. You're just wonderful.
Well, take care, everybody. We'll get those links posted for you shortly. And thanks for joining us.
Thank
Bye.
you.